Hi, this is Drew. I thought I'd send a little narrative to go along with the spreadsheet that I sent you since it looks like a pretty small spreadsheet. I programmed these boxes to, programmed this spreadsheet to answer the question David had asked me about a bond that had either 30 years or 40 years to maturity and a par value of ranging from 5 million to 40 million. Uh, what I have is these four boxes one, C1 through 1, 2, 3, and 4 are inputs. I'm sorry, 5 boxes are actually our inputs. The sinking fund rate of return is also an input. The first one is the par value. We're assuming the bond is issued at par for its par value. And the third box is the coupon rate. I have 3.6% here, but that could just as easily be 3.7 or whatever the market will bear when you issue the bond so that it's selling at par. Payments per year is set to 2 because that's just the standard payments per year. Coupon payments are normally made semi-annually, and I'm assuming that a sinking fund payment is also made with the same frequency, 2 payments per year, but you can change that to be whatever you want. And the sinking fund rate of return, I've got 2.5 here. Actually, the market, the 10-year T-note rate, the risk-free rate, is 2.3% right now. So, and then of course that would change. If you decrease the rate of return on the sinking fund, that would increase the required payment to the sinking fund. The sinking fund is just so the annuity payment, how much you'd have to pay per payment period every 6 months in this case, so that you would have the par value, which is the principal payment amount, on the maturity date of the bond. So 40 years from now, in this case, you would if you make $115,295.80 payments every 6 months, because payments per year is 2, earning a rate of return of 2.3%, then you will, after 40 years, have exactly $15 million in that sinking fund, which is what you're going to use to make your principal payment. If you add, and of course you still need to make the coupon payments each 6 months, so we'd have to add the coupon payment together with the sinking fund payment to get the total payment each 6 months, and that's a flat number. It's not going to go up or down for the life of this bond for all 40 years. In this case, $385,295.80 will be paid to the sinking fund every 6 months for 40 years, and that would take care of all of the expenses to meet the obligations of the bond. Now these numbers can change. I mean, like if you want to make the par value 5 million, just put in 5 million, if I can count. For 40 years, that would reduce, of course, the sinking fund payment and the coupon payment. You notice those went down. Maybe we want to do it for 30 years instead of 40. Change that number. Of course, the coupon payment stayed the same, but the sinking fund payment went up because we're not making as many payments. Or we can go right up to the maximum 40 million. There is no maximum, but that's what you would request it. So for 40 million, over a 30-year bond with par value 40 million, that would require a coupon payment of 700. Well, you can see, but 1.1 million, 1.186 million every 6 months would be the total required to meet all of the obligations of that bond. Again, assuming that the sinking fund itself is getting a 2.3% rate of interest for its lifetime. Now, this is probably the fuzziest number here. I don't know what the kind of rate of return the sinking fund itself will be getting, if any. I'm assuming it's going to get something. You can of course set that to 0, or I just chose the risk-free rate, but it's arbitrary. And I would need more information to give you better information on that. But at any rate, you can just change this to whatever numbers you like, say $30 million par value bond with 40 years to maturity with a coupon of say 3.65, and it'll crank out the numbers for you on that. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me and let me know if there's any other way I could help. Thank you very much.